So we've actually got a tank now that's crystal clear, clean, ready to go, but we want to make sure the water stays that way. So the biggest thing is to put your water in either through a filter or put good quality tap water in there and treat. Now in the WaterPure range we have several different ways of doing this. 10 mils of WaterPure will treat 50 litres of tap water or 100 litres of carbon filtered water and leave it crystal clear with no chemicals, metals, bugs, smell or taste, and also able to be left in the tank for up to 12 months if you don't add any more water. So what it means is I could actually take water under many different circumstances because there's different levels of treatment for different types of water. So I can take creek, dam, rainwater and treat it as raw water. I can take town water, and some of our towns in Australia have their own taste and smell. Or I can treat some filtered water, because filtered water has everything taken out of it. You need to clean it and stabilise it. Every bottle comes with a kit. So these kits are for testing the water, but only after treatment. The safest thing is to treat your water first, and after 12 hours, dip in one of these little test strips. So the little test strip in here, when you dip it in the water, changes colour. Now, so long as it's somewhere between 2 and 10 parts per million the next morning after 12 hours, I could feed a newborn baby on that water without boiling it. It's that safe. If it comes up with no colour, it shows me that there was more bugs than treatment and I need to add more treatment and wait another 2 hours. If it comes up in the high end, it just means there wasn't as many bugs as we planned for, but the water's still 100% drinkable and storable. Okay, so Rob's asked me to treat his tank. He's got 100 litres of water and we're going to put in 2 syringes with 10 mils in. Each syringe treats 50 litres of water. Put it in, deliver it. Another syringe, put it in. Now, I've placed the treatment in and I'm just going to follow it with enough water to mix it thoroughly, wash it down the pipe and mix it thoroughly. So I've just added a couple of litres of water after the treatment. Now at this stage, Rob just needs to leave the water alone for, because it's the first time, 4 hours. He can boil a jug and make a cup of tea straight away, but drinking a glass of water, the product will still be active. It's not going to hurt you, but it's advisable to leave it for 4 hours the first time. If we were just retreating his tank, we would put the treatment in, we would fill up with water and it's ready to go in 2 hours. WaterPure can be used for your drinking water and that, but also sanitization and lots of other uses. Biggest one on the road, fruit and veggies. So when I buy fresh fruit and veggies, leafy vegetables as well, lettuce and cabbage and things like that, I put roughly half a capful in a bucket of water. And I usually have around about a 10 litre bucket, and I'm going to drown every item that I just bought in the way of food that's going to go on my mouth, and probably mostly the ones that you're not going to cook. So we're going to put everything in underwater for at least 30 seconds to a minute. Now on contact, we're actually killing the sprays, the bugs, but we also just gave our product 3 times the normal shelf life. I then take them out and literally drain them, including my cabbage and lettuce, drain them on the chopping board. My food now is going to last so much longer in the crisper or the fridge, but I've got no contamination on my products. Now that jug can be used more than once. If the water's not dirty, in other words the product was fairly clean, I can use it several times. Now the other one is you can take a capful of this product, put it in a coffee cup of water, so just an ordinary glass size water. I would use that as my hospital grade disinfectant. It kills all the bugs and the problems, but it makes it heal super quick. Another one on the road, chopping boards. We can't carry a lot of different ones. We don't need the weight or the size. So therefore I might end up having meat and fruit and veggies on the same board. Very simple. You need a few drops of soap, which is just the New Clean, and then we put half or a capful of WaterPure on with it. Now I'm going to use my hand. This is how safe the product is. I literally just want to cover all that with soap and WaterPure. Now everywhere that's touching, it's bleaching. If there was a lot of bugs on here, it would be obvious because it would come up white and foamy. Okay, so you can see a little bit of foam developing. That tells me there's some bacteria on that board. So all I'm doing is just going to let that soak now, give that 5 minutes, rinse it off thoroughly with warm water, and I've got a clean, safe, sanitized chopping board. You can do that with any food surfaces at all. So there's a list of uses, a whole pile of other uses available. It's not strong enough to bleach your hair, but it's a very multi-purpose product on the road. So we will provide you with the correct information when you buy your bottle.